I don't know why you clicked on this video, and I don't even know why I'm looking at Goku right now, but in my belief, I think everything happens for a reason. But those reasons don't have to be super complex, right? You could have clicked on this video just because you wanted to, and I'm looking at Goku just because I like Dragon Ball and I wanted to. And that's the end of the story. We wanted to do things because we wanted to do them. And that is perfectly fine at the end of the day. And I hate how everything nowadays, any decision has to be calculated, thought 10 years into the future. And I do advocate for that sometimes, but you have to have balance between the decisions that you make that are just on a whim and that are actually calculated and projected to bring you closer to the future, right? Not everything in life has to be taken super seriously, like it's a life or death situation, right? Of course, in the things that you care about and that you value, such as family, when you're talking to them, or maybe your personal health, yeah, of course, those things matter and you do have to take them quite seriously. But even for those cases, you can do things in regards to them just because you want to, right? You can try out a new exercise in the gym and it might lose you 0.1% muscle gain, but just because you wanted to try it doesn't harm you at all much, right? Or if you want to goof around and do something funny to your mom or something, yeah, she might find you a little annoying, but it's your mom regardless. It's not gonna do much in life. And I hate when people try and advocate for how everything has to have a hidden meaning or some deeper thought behind it. And I get that sometimes with my videos, I make each and every videos, not just because I want to make them, well that is part of the reason, but because I want to share a deeper message and there's a hidden meaning behind what I'm trying to say. But even with my videos, I try and just outwardly say the message that I'm trying to spread, You gotta be disciplined, you gotta follow God, you gotta follow His commandments, And I don't want you to stress and overthink about all those things in life, because God tells you to not worry, to not stress, and not to have extreme anxiety. Because you have to remember this. All of those things, all that overthinking, all that stress, all that anxiety comes from Satan. Not from God, from Satan down below. He wants you to be so worried that you are slowly being pulled apart from God. You start worrying about other things of this world and they become idols in your life. And you start having less time and less attention to give to God, to praise Him, and to tell Him and pray to Him. Really. I think God definitely sent you this video for a reason. Because I made this video kind of on a whim, and I just felt kind of lazy now thinking back to it. I made this video with the intentions that it wouldn't do super well, but I would just go on, talk what I want, and, speak about things that are genuinely on my mind or whatever just pops up in the middle of thought, in the middle of my speech, As I'm speaking here, I'm thinking of more and more things. I'm kind of running out of things to speak here, but you get what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to exaggerate this running on thought. I don't know where I'm going with this, but God definitely sent you this for a reason. Because I know we all have our own worries, we all stress over things, and we all kind of freak out over things that we really shouldn't. We know, and I know, that stress is never a good thing, regardless if you want to feel it or not, right? And sometimes we can't help but feel those things, and it's very hard to get rid of on our own. But that's on our own, alright? And you gotta remind yourself that God's always there. Whenever you feel anything that's kind of making you feel restless, worried, or stressed, that is a sign to take it to God. God can handle everything. So all things through God are possible. What just happened? I think I just had a brain aneurysm. I think I'll keep that part in. It's kind of funny. If some of you found that funny, that's more than enough for me. This video, I'm not really taking seriously. There's probably not going to be a lot of editing nor cuts. I might put a little background music in the end or in the background, but there's not a lot that I want to genuinely say here. It's kind of just a thing that I made on the spot and just out of nowhere. But I want you to understand that doing things just because you wanted to do them out of nowhere, because you just wanted to do them, is 100% fine. If other people tell you that everything has to be for a reason, well, they're not 100% wrong, but for a complex reason, no, nothing has to be super complex. We eat because we need to eat. We sleep because we need to sleep. Like, don't overcomplicate things in life. That's the thing that I truly want to tell you here. Don't overcomplicate them, all right? Have a system of how you handle things that in life that are somewhat weird to talk about or to like approach, right? For everything that is in terms of like my emotions, how I feel, anything that I feel weird about, I bring to God. If I have any struggles, I bring to God. And God answers my prayers and gives me chances to better myself, or gives me opportunities to get rid of or solve those problems in the end. God does things in ways that is the best for us. And if that's the last thing you get out of this video, that's all I really needed to tell to people. Is as I'm going along and thinking here, that is truly the most important message that I think really in my entire life. I don't know if that made entirely grammatical sense, but like, don't overcomplicate things. Because once you start overcomplicating things, everything in life just becomes 10 times harder. When you overcomplicate the act of, I don't know, like just working, it becomes 10 times harder to do it because, you know, naturally when you get down and have to do something, you know, homework, or maybe when I want to record one of these videos, I try not overcomplicate it, but when I overcomplicate it, like, oh, firstly I need to do this, then that, then that, then that, then that, 10 steps, which can help sometimes when you break down something. When you break it down unnecessarily to the point of there's like 50 steps that you have to follow and it's just constantly clouding your mind, that's pretty bad, right? You might be able to handle it like physically, each step is pretty easy to follow, but like juggling 50 things in your mind is not very easy. And I'm exaggerating here, but you probably get what I'm trying to say here, right? I'm dragging out this video quite long. I don't know. If you don't want to hear me yap, just leave this video, honestly. Just get out of here. Get out of here. But if you want to stay and just hear me yap and talk for a little while, you're 100% free to stay. Because I think I need to have one of these videos every once in a while. Because I think I don't share enough about me, you know? I try and share and give value of what I learned in my life. And I do give little snippets of my personality here and there in those videos. But I try and keep it a little bit more professional and just give the message upright, straightforward for those that actually want to hear it. But for videos like these where it's a little less serious, where I do give a message here, you know, but it's still just to let you to get to know me a little bit better. Get you to know who I am and what kind of person I am. And you definitely know that I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball. Because I've just been sitting here playing with this Dragon Ball figure, Funko Pop, for the entirety of this time. And it's the only reason I'm staying here, honestly. If I didn't have this on my hand, I probably would have left out of my seat. Because I don't want to sit here for 10 hours speaking when I really don't have to. But I don't really mind it when I'm playing here fidgeting. I think I genuinely have like ADHD or autism or something. You know, like, I've done quite a couple autism spectrum tests, you know, like that ask you a bunch of those surveys, right? And every time I do that, it's the results are a little shocking, and not really shocking to myself, but like I'm just a little surprised at who I am, because 99% of the times it tells me go seek a mental professional and check if you're actually autistic. And so I think that's a pretty good sign that I'm autistic. And you know, that does match up, because I can speak for hours upon hours about Dragon Ball. Like, you know, I can share the entirety plot of DBZ, you know, Raditz, then Nappa, Vegeta, then what's next? I forget. Is it? Oh no, it's the androids, yeah. There's the time skip with Vegeta, and then it's the androids, I think. Then Cell. I might be skipping over. Oh no, I completely forgot about Frieza too. Yeah, how did I forget about Frieza? Yeah, I completely forgot about that. When it goes, Raditz, Nappa, Vegeta, Frieza, then androids, then Cell, then Boo, then it goes into Super, and then we got Beerus, and then we go into the tournament with Universe 6 and 7. Then it's there's like a random interaction between Hit and Goku with the fight. And I forgot about Frieza again. Why do I constantly forget about Frieza? Frieza's like one of the biggest characters in Dragon Ball, you know? Hello! I'm not gonna say that. I'm actually so autistic. What am I sitting here for? I'm actually so retarded. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm sitting here. I think this goes to show and proves enough about my autism, but I think that's a good spot to end here of my video. It was just a really weird video. I don't know what I'm sitting here for. If you stuck to the end, you're a real one, alright? You're a real one. But yeah, I'm just sitting here yapping. Expect these videos every once in a while because I find that today I was kind of uninspired to make any sort of video. I had a video planned, but I just didn't feel it. And I just made this instead because, you know, I felt like it. And so expect some of these. If you like these sort of videos, please let me know. Like, I don't know, tell me in the comment section down below. But enough yapping for me. I already took in 12 minutes of your time. But yeah, that's about it. So I appreciate you sticking to the end. But just stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep on building that relationship with God. Alright? Now give me a kiss.